What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex. Welcome to our Life is Strange 2 community series. Now, this series is going to go up every single week, every Wednesday at noon Eastern Standard Time, and I'm very, very excited to bring this to you guys. I have a lot of ideas I want to talk about leading up to Life is Strange 2. I want to do specific things with this community series, and more importantly than any of that, I want to really make this about you guys, and I want to make this as continuous as I possibly can. I want to do these every single week, even when the actual game comes out. Now, the game comes out on September 27th, episode 1, and we're going to be doing this series throughout the entire season 2, throughout all of Life is Strange 2. And so I'm going to have theories, I'm going to have predictions, I'm going to be talking about the game, and I want to hear from what you guys want to hear me talk about. So if there's anything you guys want me to talk about Life is Strange related, please leave in the comments below, and I will definitely get to it. It's just going to be me running solo on this community series. We have other community series we have done, and we have other community series we will do. We're going to be starting up a Red Dead Redemption 2 community series soon. So a lot of really, really exciting things community series-wise coming to the channel, which again revolves around you. So for this video, we'll cut right to the chase. I want to talk about Life is Strange 2. I want to talk about if Max will be in Life is Strange 2. Now, this has been a thing. I assume other channels, and there's been other videos talking about this. I do kind of want to do this for specific characters. So I want to talk about possibly the main three, Max, Chloe, and Rachel Amber. I want to talk about, and not just in terms of will they be in the game, because to be honest, I see that as a very unlikely thing. I want to talk about that with Max specifically in this video, but I want to talk about also what they could do, or if there would be references or whatever to them, and I think that is way more possible. Now, the odds aren't that high, I believe, that we will see Max in Life is Strange 2. Really, this entire game has been focused on that they're going to be doing stuff new. This is not going to be revolving and relying on what we have come to know from Life is Strange. So, we've come to love Max and Chloe, and we know the tale of Rachel Amber, and then we learn a little bit more about that, obviously, in Before the Storm. So they've told great stories, and they've had great characters, but they don't want to rely on the same characters over and over, and I commend them for that. I really do think they can nail it again with this second season. I really think the characters and the story is going to be really good. I have very high hopes in what they're going to be doing with Life is Strange 2. Now, it's really going to take seeing the game, when the game actually comes out and playing it. When Life is Strange, the first game, came out for the trailers, I thought, and I told Tyler this, I really thought this game was going to be a very, very special game. I loved episodic games even before Life is Strange, and I really thought they had something, and then when I played the first episode, I knew it was going to be something huge, and it was. It absolutely was a huge, huge thing, and I feel like they can still nail it with Life is Strange 2, and that it's going to be a big deal. When it comes to Max, though, obviously she's the leading character in the first game in Life is Strange, and we've come to know her very, very well. She's personally, in my opinion, the best character the game has. I think I like her. I know that. I like her more than Chloe, more than Rachel, more than any of the other characters. So she's my personal favorite. I think just her story and the kind of character she is very, very awesome. And, all the theories that went into Max definitely helped build her up in my head of how awesome of a character. All the theories of maybe she's Rachel Amber kind of come back. The whole Jane Doe thing, the older lady behind the Two Whales Diner. Maybe that's her as she gets older. And, and maybe she's not even a real person. Maybe she's, because of this time travel ability, maybe she's kind of like just a thing that popped up and she would There were so many theories about Max. And in terms of like what kind of character she is, I think she spoke to a lot of people. And obviously, she's the character that you play. She's a character you play in Life is Strange. So you're going to get to know her. You're going to get to hopefully like her character. And I know I definitely did. But when it comes to Life is Strange 2, again, it's not that anymore. We're playing as different characters. And the dynamic is going to be different. They're two brothers now. And we're going to kind of be the older brother watching out for the younger brother as we're kind of homeless, just kind of traveling around. And that's a thing that's going to make introducing Max, again, very, very difficult. Like I said, in terms of her actual character, I don't feel like it can happen. Now, it isn't Seattle, and there are ties of Seattle, firstly, to Max in general. That's where Max went when she left Chloe for all those years, and then she came back. So there are ties to Seattle. That's where Max's parents live. And in terms of the timeline, this is after Life is Strange 1. So Max and Chloe, depending on what time or decision you made at the end of the first game, Max and Chloe are still out and about. They're still doing things, and they've left Arcadia Bay because Arcadia Bay is gone. And Arcadia Bay, geographically, even though it's not a real place, is somewhat close to Seattle. So I do think, it's not impossible. It really isn't impossible. I could see if they really wanted to like throw us, if they really wanted to get people talking, then Max would make an appearance. The actual character, Max Caulfield, would make an appearance. But to me, the things that make this game the most special, honestly, sometimes are just the small details, the small things, the small conversations, the letters that we read in the story. That's kind of what made The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit really good, is learning about the father, learning about the mother and what happened to her. And you don't find those through conversations. You find those through exploring the environment and through finding, postcards and newspapers and all these kind of things. And that's how Life is Strange did a lot of the stuff too. You really learn a lot about like Nathan Prescott and anybody, really a lot of the characters, Joyce, all these characters, you learn a lot about them through what you find and then the kind of the dialogue in the back of Max's head. So I feel like that could happen. I feel like there could be something related to Max or her parents, or maybe at some point in this game, depending on how they go, depending on what this kid's power is. We don't really know what his power is in this game. We know he has a power, but we don't really know what the power is. So eventually, maybe they can kind of bring it to time travel, or maybe Max knows about this kid because she knows like there's another person with powers that it's not really like a Justice League or Avengers kind of thing, but it's like, well, they're kind of close in proximity. They both have unexplainable powers that they can use, and maybe Max knows this. So I don't think it's impossible. I want to say that. I do not think it's impossible that Max would physically show up in Life is Strange 2. I don't think it'd be in episode 1, but maybe at some point. But I think it's much, much, much more likely that we get like an environmental clue or something we read or something we hear about, whether it has to do with Arcadia Bay, whether it has to do with the actual tornado, whether it has to do with time travel, whether it has to do with Max or Chloe or whatever. That's something that we could possibly hear in the actual game, maybe from another character, maybe from a newspaper clipping, or maybe from a postcard or something in this game. I think will connect to Max. I do think though, and at the very least, I think there could be Easter eggs. I mean, developers do that all the time. I think there could definitely be Easter eggs to Max Caulfield. Maybe her last name, Caulfield, maybe that pops up, because that's not something that a lot of people just think of her as Max and Chloe, not Chloe Price, not Max Caulfield. So we'll have to see when the game actually comes out. But leave in the comments below, guys, what do you think? Do you think Max could actually appear in Life is Strange 2? Let me know. Again, these community series videos are going to go up every single Wednesday at noon Eastern Standard Time. I want to hear from you guys. We're going to have more videos leading up to Life is Strange 2 coming out. When the game comes out, I'll be live streaming it, I'll be reviewing it, and we'll keep these community series videos going. I'm very, very excited to do this. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. If there's anything you guys want me to talk about, please leave it in the comments below. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next Wednesday.